Hello and welcome back to another Marvel Champions the card game playthrough. So we're going to be continuing on with the Sinister Motives expansion here. We're on Scenario 3, Mysterio. So going into that, last time we defeated Venom, we gained some reputation, and we're going to be able to add an aspect card. So we're going to be adding Skilled Strike to our deck. Go ahead and add that in. We still have our Shield Tech Propulsion Gauntlet. And we're also going to be able to do an additional mulligan during setup. And we're going to place an additional threat in the main scheme. Alright, and we're going to have to search the encounter deck and discard pile for a minion and put that minion into play and engage with us. Alright, so we're going to get an extra minion at the start of the game and an extra threat on the main scheme. First, we'll go ahead and read through this little story. So what's your deal, Eddie? You with Osborn too? Osborn? No. We hate Osborn for what he did to us. We thought he sent you. You thought we were with Osborn? You might be dumber than Sandman. Venom, what did Osborn do to you? He ambushed us, captured us, used some device to turn pieces of us into his own symbiotic suit. Oh man, Osborn's already bad enough. He doesn't need some symbiote crazy thrown in there too. No offense. Venom, help us find Osborn. As much as we don't like him, like each other, I'm sure we can agree that Osborn is much worse. Fine. Alright. But we can't promise that we won't crush you as soon as we're finished with Osborn. Great, we can't promise the same. Alright, and then they go into this room with a bunch of mirrors, and Mysterio is there. So Scenario 3, Mysterio. So delving deeper into Oscorp, a maze of mirrors and phantom phobias obscure your path, confusing your perspective and forcing you to fight through a never-ending horde of hallucinations. Delusions begin to distort your sense of reality, eroding the shoreline between your rational, conscious self and subliminal torrent of your basest fears. Alright, so we used Stereo 1 and 2. We have the Maze of Mirrors and Edge of Reality main schemes. Alright. Counter deck, we have that all set up with the Mysterio, Personal Nightmare, Whispers of Paranoia, and standard encounter sets. Alright. And then, so we're going to be adding encounter cards to our deck. It's just letting us know that. Alright, so campaign instructions for setup. Put the Venom ally card into play under the first player's control. So we have Venom on our side now. And put the public outcry environment into play. So we have that still. We've had that. And then the smear campaign, treachery, and snitches get stitches attachment into the encounter deck. So those are both shuffled in here. We also have one community service side scheme at random that does not have its title recorded in the campaign log. And I don't think we have any recorded. No. We haven't been able to do any of those community service side schemes yet. So I picked one at random and shuffled it into the encounter deck. Alright. And we'll go ahead and look at Mysterio. So Mysterio 1, scheme of 2, attack of 1. And he has 15 hit points. So we have that set already. Seeds of Fear. Force response. After resolve a boost card during Mysterio's activation, place that card in your discard pile if it has the illusion trait. So we're going to be getting encounter cards into our deck that way. Alright, so put a shifting apparition minion into play engaged with each player. So we have done that, and then we have the extra one. We just did both the same from our setup, from our reputation track. So Maze of Mirrors. Each turn of a corner reveals countless copies of yourself. Shattered pans rebound seamlessly to hole, and every attempt to circumnavigate the labyrinth forces you deeper within. Defeating Mysterio may be the only means of escape. So force interrupt when you would draw or discard an encounter card from your deck. Deal it to yourself as a face down encounter card. Draw one card. Alright, so it's going to start with 2 and get 1 per turn. So we really start with 3 because of the reputation track. Again, the setup instructions. So we have the extra threat and we have the extra minion. So in our Osborne tech, we still left in there from last time. So this shifting apparition is going to be 1 scheme, 1 attack, 1 health. Guard, while this minion is engaged with you, you cannot attack the villain. When defeated, if this minion was defeated with excess damage, the defeating player shuffles the top card of the encounter deck into their deck. So we want to try to deal only 1 damage without doing any extra. Alright, so all the setup is done, and we can get into it. We'll go ahead and shuffle our deck. So our deck is shuffled. We do start as Gwen Stacy. 3 recovery is an action. You can choose to either shuffle, take it to the multiverse from your discard pile into your deck, or ready George Stacy, limit once per round. And on Ghost Spider's side, Thwart of 1, attack of 2, 3 defense. Dizzying Reflexes response. If you resolve an interrupt or response ability on an event, ready Ghost Spider. Limit once per phase. So we'll start there. Have a hand size of 6. So Venom's our new ally. He has a Thwart of 2, attack of 3, and 6 health. After you reveal an encountered card, deal 1 damage to Venom. Deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of icons, either the star or the boost in that card's boost area. Okay. And he's going to cause us to get an extra encounter card while he's out. And then this is our shield upgrade card that we shield tech. So it's to set up permanent exhaust for Potion Gauntlet, take 2 indirect damage, and ready your hero. So we still have that. And we'll just give this one last shuffle just to make sure that it is shuffled good. It's there. We'll draw our 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we are starting with Young Love. Take it to the multiverse. Web Bracelet, Jump Flip, Bait and Switch, and George Stacy. For my mulligan, I'll get rid of Young Love and draw What Doesn't Kill Me. First thing I'll do is pay 1 to put out George Stacy. Then I will exhaust him to attach an event. I'll attach the Jump Flip to him. So events attached to George Stacy may be played as if they were in your hand, and then you can exhaust George Stacy to attach 1 event from your hand face down here. Maximum of 3. So Jump Flip is there. I will use her ability to ready George Stacy, and then exhaust him to put What Doesn't Kill Me attached to him as well. So he has a second one. And then I'll go ahead and pay 2 to put in a Web Bracelet. So Ticket to the Multiverse is worth 2 resources. And then we'll have our Web Bracelet there. Then we'll flip over. I will attack for 2. Take out one of these guys. So he was defeated with excess damage, so we have to shuffle the top card of the encounter deck into our deck. So this card gets shuffled in. I don't know if we get to look at it or not. Shuffled in there. That removes one of these. And then we'll use this to take 2 indirect damage to ready our hero. And indirect damage we can put onto Venom. Already with that, and attack the Shifting Apparition again, taking that out. So we have gotten rid of this. So that's in our victory display. Let's keep that like right there. We'll just know that it is dealt with. And then I will attack for 3 with Venom. So he takes damage for that, and we are down to 12 with Mysterio. And alright, so that's all we can do for our turn. So we'll ready up. We're going to draw to our hand size of 5. And we drew What Doesn't Kill Me, Strength, Web Binding, Genius, and Pirouette and Punch. So we start by getting 1 threat added to the main scheme. Mysterio is going to attack us for 1 plus a boost card. And it's 3 boosts. So that's going to be 4 damage. I think we can use this. So we'll use the jump flip to prevent 2 of that damage. If you pay for this using energy resource, remove 2 threat from the scheme, but we do not. So we will prevent 2 of that damage. So we still take 2, going down to 8. And we can exhaust this because that is a hero interrupt to draw a card. Drawing bait and switch. We get 2 encounter cards dealt to us. So we reveal Worried Father. And when you reveal, so 1 damage to Venom. When you reveal an encounter card, deal 1 damage to Venom, deal damage to an enemy equal to the number of star or boost icons in the boost area. So that's 2 damage there. So this is Worried Father Obligation. So give to the Gwen Stacy player, that's us. Search your deck, hand, discard pile, and play area for George Stacy, set him aside, and attach this obligation to him. So I can, in alter ego action, exhaust Gwen Stacy, remove this obligation from the game, and add George Stacy to my hand. So he's going to be removed for now, and I'm assuming this gets discarded. I don't think that stays attached to him. So that kind of stinks. I wanted to use George Stacy this game. But instead, now we have Caught Off Guard, discovered an upgrade or support you control. If no cards were discarded this play, this card gains Surge. So I think I'm going to go ahead and use my Pirouette and Punch. So when a card is revealed from the encounter deck, deal damage to the villain equal to 1 more than the number of boost icons on that card. Cancel its cards when revealed effect. So it's going to cancel its effect and deal 2 damage. So down to 8. And I believe this would still trigger and deal 1 damage to Venom and 1 damage to Mysterio. So down to 7. So we canceled that. So we're going to go ahead and attack for 3. Which will take out Venom. And I forgot to put a sleeve on Venom. So we'll just go ahead and stick him in a sleeve now. So that's 3 damage to Mysterio. Putting him down to 4. Then we'll attack for 2. Bringing Mysterio down to 2. Then we'll go ahead and take 2 indirect damage to ready and attack for 2 more. So we take 2 to ready, down to 6, and then Mysterio phase 1 is down to 0. So in player order, when revealed in player order, shuffle the top card of the encounter deck into each player's deck. And he still has Creeping Fear, which means force response. After resolve a boost card during Mysterio's activation, place that card at the bottom of your deck if it has the illusion trait. So our last boost card was this. It didn't have the illusion trait. So that's why that wasn't. But top card of the encounter deck into our deck. Okay, so we get that. Shuffled in. And Mysterio goes up to 17 health for stage 2. We're going to use strength to pay for what doesn't kill me. So we have our physical resources to use this. Heal 2 damage from your hero and ready your hero. So heal 2, back up to 8. And ready our Ghost Spider. And then we'll go ahead and just attack for 2. Bringing Mysterio down to 15. And then I think I'm going to just discard that. And ready up and end my turn. Drawing 5 cards. 1, 2. So we got that. 3, 4, 5. Because when we draw that, we are going to deal it to us as a face down encounter card and draw a card. So it gets replaced. So we still get 5 cards. But now we have an encounter card. So return the favor, 0 cost event. Spider-Man, Harvey Brown, Plan B, Ghost Kick, and Web Binding. So on the villain phase, we get 1 threat added to the main scheme. He's going to attack us for 2 plus a boost card. We're going to defend this time. And when we defend, after a Ghost Spider uses a basic power, deal 6 damage to an enemy. We're going to pay 2 for a Ghost Kick to deal 6 damage. Bring him down to 9. And then, so he's attacking 2 plus this boost card. I have no boost, so whenever, after you resolve a boost card during Mysterio's activation, place that card at the bottom of your deck if it has the illusion trait. So it does not happen. But we use her ability after using Ghost Kick to ready. If you play resolve and interrupt a response, so that's a response, ready, Ghost Spider. And then we can use this to draw a card. Drawing Phantom Flip. We get dealt another encounter card, and then we gotta resolve them. We get an Old Grudge attachment. Attached minion gets +1 hit point. So when revealed, search the encounter deck, discard pile, and set aside area for your Nemesis minion. Then reveal that minion and attach Old Grudge to it. So our Nemesis minion is the Lizard, and he's gonna have +1 hit points. So 6. And he's a scheme of 1, attack of 3, force interrupt. When the villain phase begins, heals 1 damage from the Lizard. So he's there. And then this one is the villain schemes. So we get 2 plus a boost card. And it's 1 boost. And it has the illusion trait. So it's going to be 3. Bringing that up to 8, so that's going to finish that off. And this is going to go at the bottom, I believe. Yep, the bottom of your deck. Okay, so this finishes this, because I got to 8. So Edge of Reality, main scheme, Mysterio's manipulation of the mind has started to take its toll, blurring your perception of reality and fantasy. When revealed in player order, shuffle the top 2 cards of the encounter deck into each player's deck. So these top 2 cards get shuffled in here. So now we have a lot of encounter cards in our deck. There's that, and then now once we get to 9 we lose. It's going to start with 3 on it. You get 1 per turn. So if you don't hurry, the hallucinations may become a permanent part of your psyche, leaving you forever trapped in a nightmare. When you withdraw or discard an encounter card from your deck, deal it to yourself as a face-time encounter card. Draw 1 card. Okay, so that's the same Force Interrupt there. Alright, and now it's our turn. Gonna go for it. We're gonna use Return the Favor. It's a 0 cost event. Discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until you discard a treachery and reveal that treachery. Deal 5 damage to the villain. So we will be getting a treachery. Attachment. Until we can get a treachery card. Nope. It's harder than I thought it would be to find a treachery. Yep, that is a treachery. So Smear Campaign. So when revealed, if Public Outcry is in play, place 2 notoriety counters on it. Then remove this from the game. If Public Outcry is not in play, place 2 threat on the main scheme. So it's going to get 2 threat on the main scheme. And he's going to take 5 damage. So he's down to 4. Which means we can attack him for 2 with Ghost Spider, bringing him down to 2. And then use our Gauntlet to take 2 indirect damage to ready. And then attack him for 2 more, bringing him down to 0. And that defeats Mysterio. We also have Phantom Flip and Plan B. We probably would have played Plan B just to have it out for next turn, because we don't have any other cards to discard and use it. But that was a playthrough of Ghost Spider versus Mysterio. So we have completed scenario 3 of the Sinister Motives expansion campaign. So we're going to have to use the condition section and calculate our group's total reputation value. We'll do that again. So we did not defeat or do the community service again. I think I saw it. Yep, there it was. It got discarded off the rails. So we did not complete that again. We're just having trouble completing those. And then count the total number of illusion cards in all player deck. Record that number in the Waking Nightmare section. Alright, so in my deck, I had these 4 cards. 2 of them had the illusion trait. So we'll record that number here to the Waking Nightmare section. Not sure what that does yet, but we'll figure that out. All right. Alright, so our reputation, conditions, victory points in the victory display. We had 1 this time because we defeated Public Outcry. No side schemes in play. We got that. There are none. Fewer than 1 acceleration tokens in play. We got that. So that we got the first 3. 1, 2, 3. No defeated identities. So we got that. We'll get that every time because we're by ourselves. No threat in the main scheme. We didn't get that one. And no minions in play. We didn't get that one. So 4 out of the 6 here. So we fill in 4 more of these circles, which is going to cause this to happen. Each player flips their campaign shield tech, upgrade to its enhanced side. So next time our upgrade is going to be enhanced, and we'll see what that does. So now it's a permanent hero action, exhaust Propulsion Gauntlet, and take 2 indirect damage. Ready your hero. Your hero gets +1 thwart, +1 attack, and +1 defense until the end of the phase. That's pretty cool. So that's a little bit of an upgrade there. And then also on this side, choose one Osborne Tech attachment at random. Record its name in the Osborne Tech section in the campaign log. So we're going to get another Osborne Tech as well, which I believe are these. Yep. So our now new one will be Neocarbon Scales. So that's going to go here because we already have the kinetic armor. Alright, so now we have the kinetic armor and Neocarbon Scales. I did forget to write the aspect advantage, so the card I picked with a skilled strike, I didn't even get it that time, but that's the one I used, and I was supposed to write it here. Alright, so now I have skilled strike as my aspect advantage. Planning ahead comes later. Everything else comes later. So there's our campaign log so far and our reputation track. So we're up to 14 or 13 it looks like. Yeah, because 15 is right there. So we're up to 13 now. Making our way. Adding new things to the game. So next time we'll be going up against another enemy. But that's it for this video. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe, and have a great day.